everybody. Welcome back.
As organized as we're going to be, right, Dina?
Yes.
In our disorganization.
Here we go. Welcome back to the Knitting Place podcast.
Number 62.
This is number 62.
It's been 3 weeks since my last podcast. So for any of our Christian friends, that's how you begin a confession when you're in the Catholic religion.
Really?
It's been 3 weeks since my last confession.
Is that really a thing?
Yes, it is.
There you go.
It's been 3 weeks since our last podcast.
Well, 3 weeks and I feel very well rested. We might be a little rusty on the podcast.
Yeah, right.
But here we are. I'm Dina. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
You can find me as Pam Sap on Instagram and Ravelry, and Pam Sapienza on Facebook.
Okay, Pam, what are we wearing?
We have our toppers on today, or hats.
Da-na-na-na.
Or as they say, listen to Dina. She's doing a striptease.
No,
what are you taking
just
off,
a tune.
It's like a strip. Anyway, we're wearing our crocheted buckets because right now buckets are the rage.
They're all the rage.
There's a gal at school who sells, the handbags,
Glam
accessories, Glam Mom. And I
Unpaid advertising.
right, going back now, 3 months ago, she said, Pam, you should really make some hats, some bucket hats. While I was making this hat, I thought to myself, there's no freaking way I can make this hat to to sell it. Yeah. I mean, what would I make? 10 cents an hour?
They don't understand the labor.
Yeah. So in any event, so what happened was, again, my story with my hat was my daughter had a bag she bought a kit for from, let's say it, Willa and the Gang, maybe 4 years ago for a crocheted handbag. She tried crocheting, had a hard time with it. So she says, Mom, you can do it.
That's not fun to crochet with.
No, that's not the thing you'd want to crochet with. So I had done it, and then I just, how it is, I put it down and never picked it up. And then I was cleaning things out, and I said, you've got to get something cleaned out this summer. So I took it out, and believe it or not, I was almost done with it.
The bag?
Yeah, there wasn't that much more to be done.
Did you crochet
so I finished
it? Did she crochet
I crocheted.
Oh,
the whole thing? I had a picture to show you. So it was these two colors, the what would you say, the beige and the cream?
Yep.
And it came on these big spools, and I don't know. I don't know what gave me the idea. I must have seen it somewhere. Yes, I saw it somewhere, a picture of a pattern where they had made it with this yarn. And I just copied it. It's my version of their hat.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's adorable, Pam.
From my mind. Anyway, so that used the rest of her yarn
We
up.
don't have that yarn. So I adapted Pam's yarn.
Dina was kind enough to test crochet.
Yes.
And she followed it with...
I did?
Actually, it was 2 tries because I did it once and we didn't like it.
Right. Did I modify anything? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Well, I did the center.
Yeah, you did. You have 4 rounds between each color. I only have 3.
Oh.
But my gauge,
Right.
I think, on this, when this is a paper yarn, so when you crochet...
Right, the fits are definitely different. So I have a small head. I'll take the hat off. We'll let Pam try it on. I use 2 skeins of... Oh, I don't have the yarn. It's called Skinny Jeans.
It's
by...
What was it from?
Taki Stacey Charles?
Taki Stacey Charles.
Yeah, I don't remember which collection.
It's nice because it's a cotton tape.
It's a cotton tape yarn.
It's not just a thread.
There it is. Look at that. It's a nice tape. I used an E-hook.
I'm just bringing
Was
2
crocheted.
different colors.
Yeah, I did the black.
Color.
Yeah.
Dinah did the black with the gray. I'm bringing you gray with a cream or an off.
Pearl gray.
Pearl gray, yeah.
Yeah. So it took 1 skein of each.
Right.
I did the test for Pam. I followed her instructions. Contacted her anytime I had an issue. We'll get it all on paper.
Exactly.
For anyone who's
any
interested.
crocheters who want to crochet a bucket hat, you get the yarn you get the pattern with the yarn, correct?
Of
and
course.
also, I will tell you, I also pulled this off the shelf because I think this would work as well.
As far as the paper yarn.
Yeah, because again, this is paper. This is a yarn called Vine from Shibui, and Vine is 41% paper, 31% cotton, and 28% silk. Probably the silk is what wraps around it.
Could be.
Anyway, there's 160 yards on a skein, and quite frankly, I think you could make it out of this.
Yeah,
160 yards, 2 skeins, right?
Allison was in. She's like, I need that hat.
Yeah.
She ended up doing this one, but then we were looking at that yarn, and we were talking about the texture. This is definitely paper. So clearly there's a different, it's going to be hard to show.
It's almost like a straw hat.
Yeah. Right.
Right? Wouldn't you say something
it's like a straw hat.
A flexible straw hat.
It's definitely stiffer. Mine is definitely a little bit more fabric-y, but still dense. Like, clearly it's holding its shape. It's not like it's a floppy hat.
Oh, no. I mean, this is
although
fine.
it's soft.
And my kids were teasing me on vacation because they were saying, oh, Mom, that's, it's big. But, it really isn't. I think it looks fine. I would wear this in the street. I would wear this outside.
Why not? Did you wear it on vacation? Or
A little bit.
Flying
A
away?
little bit. What I found putting on more was a cap. I have a picture of myself sitting on the beach with a cap and my sunglasses. You wouldn't even know it was me.
Too funny.
Cover the face,
All right, try it on. Let's see how sizing is.
Anyway, that's that. Is that the back?
Yeah, I put the back in the front. So that doesn't fit too snug. Look at how adorable it is.
It's fine. There's a lot of give to it, and what, the whole thing with a bucket is you do an increase at some point. So I think that opens around this part of your head, Yeah, it doesn't need to be blocked.
No. So
but
now
how
remember,
cute is this?
It's very cute. So remember you said you didn't do the going into the back loop of the crochet?
Correct.
I did.
Oh, you did?
So I did it in the crown, which you can't tell from where you are. And I also did it here on the brim.
Mm-hmm. But you just went in the back loop of the top chain, right?
Correct.
You didn't go down below.
No.
Yeah, so it gives it a little...
It's just a little detail.
A little detail.
So it's got a cute little...
Right.
Circle top.
But again, when I was knitting mine, I had knit this once and didn't like it because I had done it differently.
Right. Pam's original crocheted hat was using skinny jeans doubled.
I was going for a thicker gauge. And then I said, well, I'm just going to do this.
She created that version.
And at this point, I was just like, I just want to get it done so I can wear it on the beach.
And she did.
Anyway. And that was it. So those are our hats. Bucket hats.
Tested. It works.
There will be kits up this week on the website.
Yes, ma'am.
We haven't done it yet, but they will be. So stay tuned for that. We just couldn't get it up. We couldn't get it done that quickly. And we'll probably kit it with this yarn, and we'll kit it with the paper yarn.
I thought you were going to say something else.
What do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say I couldn't get it up fast enough.
Dinah. Mind is always in the gutter.
I didn't say anything bad. Your mind is in the gutter.
Dinah.
What? My goodness. All right. So anyway, skinny jeans.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the first thing we had to talk about. What else?
We could talk about what I'm wearing. We were very fortunate to have our knitter knit this new and improved version, or new and revamped.
This is a pattern that Dinah did for one of our yarn crawls.
Yes. This one is a bit larger, and it's using only one yarn, the Marlene or Marlene Luxe. I'm not sure if the texture is coming up. Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a yarn from Lang.
It's a Lang yarn. This is it. The shawl name is called Fringed on Long Island.
It takes 3 skeins.
3 skeins. Super
and so
pretty.
we've had it on the website. We've sold some of it. But this was after our last podcast. I don't think we've ever shown it on the podcast.
No, we want to share it with you guys.
Right. So it's, typical,
It's
got
a very drapey
it's got
shawl.
Lovely drape. Lovely
look
drape.
at it, the contrast on you. It looks very pretty. My dress is too light.
Yeah, it looks fine. Looks fine. But like that, how pretty is that?
Super cute.
With the little fringes.
Fringed on Long Island. It
There
takes
you go.
3 skeins. This colorway, I believe, is called Putty.
And they should be up on the website, right, Dana?
Yes. This is the charcoal with the gold luxe. And then we have the gray. There's the beautiful, lilac.
Yeah, it's coming up a little washed out.
It's a little washed out, but...
It's a lilac pink.
Yeah, maybe if I put the beige next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have an off-white or a pearl, and then the black. So these kits are online, 3 skeins.
This
under
color
$35.
is gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, the cantaloupe is gone. If you are interested in a color that you don't see, I don't know if we'll be able to get it for you, but you could always reach out.
There you go.
Fringed on
Fringed on Long Island.
Although I was fringed in Colorado.
Yeah,
I took a picture of me.
Did you take it with you?
I did.
Good.
I wore it with a pretty dress. Yeah, it was good. Okay, so that's
next?
that.
What is next?
You want to talk about FOs?
Yes, I do have an FO. It is behind me on the mannequin. It is my Willa, which you've heard me talk about for a bit. I was able to finish it.
Woohoo!
Hooray, hooray. I used suburban sock from Suburban Stitcher in the color Granny Square. which is lovely. It's a gray, and it's got these like colorful speckles throughout, blues, pinks, golds, greens. Very pretty. It's a new color for her, which is around here somewhere. It's over here.
Under the paper.
Right here.
Oh.
And that's really all I have to say. I
Are you kidding
no,
me?
I do have
Are
more to
you
say.
kidding me? She gave me a whole list of...
Well, the problem I had was they knit this on an 8 needle.
Excuse me, it wasn't a problem.
It wasn't a problem. The problem I had, this is my problem, because...
Self-inflicted.
Exactly. Well, totally self-inflicted. And you should learn from me. Which is amazing that I did this, because it's amazing that you would
Where's
think...
your needle?
Oh, I have to get it. I'll get it. It's in my bag. But we'll find out in a second. So what I did was I waited for the live, so the podcast, so I could tell you. When I did it, it calls for, I forget what the stitch is on the pattern, but it calls for an 8 needle on fingering weight yarn. And I gauged it, so I decided to do a 7 needle. And it would be a little tighter, but I thought I would go up a size. So the finished circumference on the size I did was 50. And I said, okay, it won't be 50, it'll be like 44. In that area, 44, 45, it's meant to be oversized. I was happy with that because I'm 40 around. I thought that would be fine. So that's...
Okay, so just so you understand, Pam she downsized her needle and was hoping that gauge would give her a smaller circumference based on the size that she was doing.
Correct.
So she did a larger size, a 50-inch finished bust, which was what, the third or fourth size?
Third size.
Third size. And she was aiming for 44 inches because she reduced the needle size.
And again, that was also loose too. If it was 45, I was okay with that, as long as it was
spot on. She got 44 inches.
Anyway.
She did. I blocked it.
So I'm knitting this thing, and I'm down. I said to Dina, I was watching a podcast last night, and we were talking about this, which you and I do all the time. We segment out our knitting. So like, I'm a fan of putting a progress keeper, especially when you're doing something around and around and around. I like to know how many rounds I did in a day or in a sitting or whatever it might be. So I was doing that with this. And I looked at my row gauge. I said I have about 30 more rows to knit, and then I can do the ribbing. And this was yesterday. So I was saying, okay, I'm going to do 30 rows. So I'm doing it. And all of a sudden, I realized, I was watching Dank Fibers too, the way she knits so fast. I mean, I can't knit the way she knits, but in any event.
Wannabe.
Exactly. And then I realized that I wasn't on the right needle size. At some point, I think it was like up here, I changed needles. Why? I don't remember now. But I pulled out, when you go into all your needles? And what am I missing at home? I'm missing one of these. Whoops. Sorry. I'm missing a gauge. I used to have 4 of them. Now I have none. Oh, jeez, I can't get it, Dina. Anyway, so I didn't have one of these. And I don't know. I think I was using a Susan Bates old needle because, of course, where are all my good needles? Who knows?
Not in your circular
Not in my circular
case.
needle case. Right, exactly. So Susan Bates, I happen to know, this color is this size and this color is that size. It's color-coded. So I'm knitting. And then I said last night, to see if I had enough inches, let me put it on a spare needle. I'll have 2 needles. I can try it on. And
because Pam and I were sold out of the knitting cords.
Yes, because we don't have a knitting cord. Everyone else has them. We don't have them. So I'm putting it on a spare needle to try it on. And I can't get, and you know how when you start a sweater with a smaller needle on the top, I put it in my knitting bag because I'm going to need it later on.
Of course,
so
cuffs.
I went into my bag, pull out the needle that's there. I try sliding, I can't get the stitches on. The needle's too big. And I said, what size needle am I using? And I'm looking at the needle. I said, this is not a 7.
Where is it?
I'll get it for you.
I've been dying all day. She wouldn't let me check the needle size until now.
Excuse me. So anyway, I don't know what I was knitting with, but it wasn't a 7.
She said it wasn't a 7. Let's see.
So,
were you knitting? The actual pattern called for size 8. And you decided to go down one size, and she's knitting on, or was supposed to be knitting it on a 7.
Right. So my gauge was going to be a little smaller, a little tighter, but I was making a larger size to compensate for it. Let's see. What do you think it is, Dina? You see what that is?
No, a 4.
A 4. Could you believe I did that? I knew it was a 4. I'm looking at this. I'm saying this isn't even a 6.
No wonder it took you so long to finish.
Can you imagine that? You know how annoyed I was? Because really, Really, I think my gauge should have been bigger than a 44. I think it should have been more like a... Because if you look at the picture, it's meant to be larger.
Right.
You know. So...
Pam's not wearing it because she still has ends.
I have
so she
ends
figured
to
next week she'll
next
wear
week
it.
I'll wear it. But in any event, I don't like the way my sleeves came out. I want to do that again. But because I was trying to, I was rushing trying to finish it. But then I was also very annoyed. So what I did at that point, I was like down here, I switched to the 7 needle. I pulled out a 7 needle and I knit the rest of it in a 7. And believe it or not, she doesn't change the needle size for the ribbing. But I didn't like that. I went down to a 6.
Oh, really? I didn't have to change needle sizes either.
Because, again, if you ask me now, I didn't do on a 7. I probably did this on a 5 or a 6. I don't remember right now. Who the hell knows? Excuse me.
So now...
So what is the lesson we learned from all this?
She's going to put all those notes in Ravelry.
Yeah. What is the lesson we learned from all of this? So Dina came in and aggressively steamed it this morning. Yeah.
I think we did a nice job. Look at how pretty. It fits her beautifully, I must say.
Fit.
And it does fit the width measurement that she wants, so it is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I can live with it, but I'm so annoyed that I did something so stupid.
She could be wearing it, but she's being very finicky about the underarm holes.
Right.
And there are wonderful videos out, as a matter of fact. Suzanne Bryan is a wonderful video for how to pick up stitches under the armhole. Yeah. And Kimberly McGlinden,
yes,
I think,
she does
her
also.
New podcast,
she has a YouTube technique video on that as well, which is very good. And
so follow her.
Yeah, so follow that for you. But I said to Dinah, I think this was a little more problematic under the arms because, again, I was using a larger needle on a fingering weight yarn, so you have more spaces there, under the arm. Mm-hmm. So again, I have 50 stitches on my arm, but what needle do I have at home to use? Nothing good.
You need shorties.
It was terrible. So that's why I'm taking that out.
You're not into magic loop.
I have to get the shorties. I did magic loop. I did do magic loop.
Did you?
I did, but I don't like them.
Or DPNs? I'm surprised you didn't do
I
DPNs.
would have. I could have gotten DPNs. Whatever. The point is, you're only as good as your tools.
Speaking of, okay.
You're only as good as your tools.
Well, I think
so, make sure you have what you... I have to really revamp myself.
You have to...
I really have to
get
do
organized.
Something. I don't know.
I did, and it's amazing.
You did?
Well, I got organized, I told you, with my circular needles.
You put them in your case?
I did.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how I have all these voids. Like, I can have 10 circular needles in a size 6.
But no S7s.
And then I go to like a 4, and I have none. Now, clearly, I have many 4s from all the shawls.
4, 5, 6, 7 are the most popular ones I use.
8?
Yeah.
Also popular.
Yeah, but you don't have an 8? You probably
No, I do. I have tons of 9s.
Yeah, 9s and 10s I have a bunch of.
Bunch.
Don't ask me why.
Hats.
6s, 7s, 5s.
For some reason, I can't find 4s.
And then, of course, I don't know what half of them are.
Anyway, this is my work in progress. It's not in FO.
It's almost done, though.
It's getting blown out.
Move it over.
I was going to take it off the mannequin to show a couple of things, but
well, you should take it off because
drunk.
of your.
She's a little off kilter. Okay, this is my Flores. It's designed by Eri or Eri.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Eri Shimizu. I'm going to say Eri.
I think it's Eri.
Eri or Eri.
I'm not sure. Eri.
So, beautiful top. I'm doing the short sleeve version, so I might just get away. I do have 3 skeins, but I might get away with just 2.
Oh, that would be lovely.
I added length. It is an interesting pattern. It's beautiful. It's done in like a fake rib. And then you go, she also doesn't change needle size for the border, but she does do a twisted rib. Yes. Yeah. Takes a long time.
I considered doing that on this. I said maybe I should.
Very long time to do that. And then she's got an I-cord bind off to boot.
Oh, so that's why it's still on the needle.
It's slow and going, but
Dina's using the
fingering weight yarn, Suburban. I think the colorway is called Sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely thrilled with it. I used the helical knitting technique, although I just alternated skeins. I didn't really do helical. I ended up ripping back.
Alternated skeins?
Meaning every round I changed color.
Gotcha.
So,
so do you have a thing going up?
Yep.
Why did you do that? Because of the stitch pattern in the
sweater?
Yes,
I didn't want to deal with it. You know what? I have to take it off. I really can't.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pam. Is it
It's
coming
behind
off?
you. It's behind you.
No, is it unraveling on this end?
Ooh, just a little bit.
All right. I'll show you on this side. I am a holy mess, and the screen is down.
Where'd you get those things?
Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. So I'm in Colorado, landed. I'm like, oh, look, I'm at the division of the sleeves. I don't have my handy dandy Clover stitch holders.
Yeah.
So I went into a yarn shop to get some, and they didn't have any. They don't sell them.
Yeah, I don't think you don't find those a lot.
No. So I ended up getting these interchangeable cords, which definitely did suffice.
Oh, they had those?
Yeah, I didn't buy the points. I just bought the cords without the tips.
Oh, the cords for a circular needle.
For a circular needle. But let me tell you, trying to slide your stitches onto the screw.
Yeah, because it's got the screw.
Not fun.
That's a
on
problem.
A stranded sock yarn, not fun at all.
Yeah, no.
And then, to boot, in my recent travels, one cord untwisted off. So I lost my stitches.
This thing came off?
Yes, because it's a twist.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
That's
another
not good,
reason
Dina.
why it would be beneficial to have the knitting barb cords,
Yeah, the
which
knitting
are a
barber.
total game changer. And I do have some to show you.
They came in while Dina was away and sold out in about 2 hours, not even.
And then we got a second delivery
Well, I
while
was
Pam was
away,
away
and they sold out. I
overnight.
told you to save us some, Dina.
I couldn't. They were all spoken for. So these are the cords, and you basically slide them onto your needle.
Show them how the needle. Do you have your needle there?
I do. Let's see. My knitting needle is
that's
right
good,
here.
Yeah.
So basically, the way this works is this is a tube.
There's a hole there.
There's a hole in there, and you basically enter the tip of your needle onto the hole. Sorry, I'm not doing it. See how it's attached?
It's like a piece of licorice.
It does. I was thinking about that.
It does.
Especially when I was photographing the red ones. I'm like,
Yeah.
these look like laces. And then you're able to just slide these stitches onto your cord. Much easier than getting them onto. See how they just slide on?
To me, I know a lot of people hold their stitches with a piece of yarn, but I really don't like doing that.
Sticks. And it
So
also could felt, depending on the
yeah.
type of yarn.
We've been
so look at how
using-
wonderful that is. Now, if I had these, I would have been able to try on my sweater, but I didn't.
Right. And even like the set comes with two 30-inch cords, which is good for sleeves, and a 60-inch, which would be good for Dinah or for me last night when I wanted to try my thing on. But what I had my sleeves on, we also have these, which is the Clover
Those are also wonderful. Great alternative.
circular
It's
stitch holder, short.
Got the point
Comes
protector.
short and long. So what you do is it has a little needle. You slip them on the needle. It goes on this nice flexible cord, and there's a little foam, kind of a cork. So you can stick it in there. It's got a hole in it. You can push it in and tighten up your stitches. And so it's much easier when you want to take it off because you're just pushing them up on this needle and transferring them from needle to needle.
Absolutely.
So these are lovely. These are very popular. But I think the Knitting Barber,
Total game changer.
genius, total genius.
Genius.
Yeah,
So
and they come in
lots
great
of colors.
Yep.
This happens to be Nori's order. Her sister is coming to pick them up, but I will show you what some of the colors look like. This is a pretty neon yellow.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, I think by the time this is published,
We
we should
have an
be
order
getting
in.
a new delivery.
Correct.
So for those of you who missed out, don't fret. This is the fuchsia.
Yeah.
So now Nori got 3 sets. You know, often we work on more than one project at a time.
Yep. And it's like these things. You need to have more than 2 of them.
Definitely.
I must have 6 of them at least.
And this is the violet. She's got great colors.
Yeah.
I like her colors.
Yeah, look at her colors.
Make a great sweater.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuchsia
That reminds
yellow.
me of an asylum colorway.
Right?
That cream with those, she's got those speckles
This is
in it.
gorgeous.
But, yeah, I think they're at 12 different colors or something like that.
I think I got more this time.
You got
because
black and white
and
this
brown.
time? And brown, yep. That's what's her name had. She had black or cream or something white. I don't remember now. Kimberly. I think she had white and red, something like that. But it's a game
Super
changer.
fun.
It's the kind of thing that you think, why didn't I think of that?
Totally.
Right? Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, thank
Knitting
you, the Knitting
Barber.
Barber. Thank
Yes,
you. And
thank
watch
you,
the
Jojo.
website. I mean, they just come in and go. So, I mean, the last time they came in last week when I wasn't here, how long did it take them to sell out?
Yeah, we had like double the order. So your order went out sold out within
2
like
hours.
an hour or two.
Yeah.
And then within 6 to 8 hours,
This
I
order was sold
doubled
out.
and it sold out. And this time I ordered
More?
more.
So maybe it'll last for a day.
No, I think it's pretty
never
saturated
know.
now. You never know, but I can always order them again. So really, don't fret.
And
This
it's the
is
kind
not
of thing that
something-
people buy in multiples, They,
Yes.
I mean, some people do buy one, but there are a lot of people that buy 3 and 4 at a time.
Now, if you were thinking about getting the Rocket Tea, the Willa, the
Get
Flores,
something else with it. That way you're not just shipping that little thing.
right? But if you're doing a sweater, and especially if it's worked from the top down, this is something you want to have, especially because you want to try it on as you go along.
Right.
It's great to check, like if you have the 60-inch cord, it's great to see.
Would have been good for me last night.
Yeah, me too. At this point, I don't know. Do you think I should add length?
No, I saw
could
you.
really-
You tried it
this
on
is my
before. I
cord.
think the length is fine.
Yeah, this is the I-cord. Just to give you a close-up.
Did you begin it?
Oh, yeah. Half of it's done. This is
good.
the I-cord binder.
Nice.
Someone's calling me.
Don't they know you're podcasting?
No, it's Zach. Let me just let him know. So that is my Flores. Hopefully by next week I'll have an FO. I'm trying to knit monogamously on this one so I can
You're
get
almost
it done.
You're almost done.
I drop stitches here, but I'm just going to put this away so I don't lose any more.
Yeah, exactly. Very pretty. And of course, it just so happens
Timing is everything.
timing in life is everything, and many times, especially with us, it happens coincidentally.
We got lucky this
Not
time.
on purpose.
Thank you, Diane.
What walked in the door when? Friday? Today?
Friday.
Friday.
I think it was.
Diane from Suburban was kind enough to re-dye for us a few colors. And one of them was Granny Square in the sock, which is what my sweater is made out of, the Willa.
Where's that? These colors sold out instantaneously. Right. They're new for us.
And this is her sugar that Dina is knitting with, so that also came in. And this is a fabulous color. I still feel like I have to get this color.
I know. We had a special request
Flutter,
for
yes,
Flutter.
we did. We had a customer who ordered this, requested this, so we, at the time we were placing an order, so we ordered it. And so thank you, Diane, for dyeing that up for us. My sweater took 2 skeins I have left over. Now, considering that I didn't do the right gauge.
Right. I think you would have had more yarn left over had you done it on the
You think
size
I would
8
have? I mean,
needle.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
So I had
I
this
don't
much
have that
left
much.
over. So
I still-
definitely, I mean, I guess you could make the size 50 at least through the 50 with 2 skeins. I don't know.
Now,
have
I
to
did
look at
add
the Willa.
length on mine.
Did you?
Yes. So I do have a 3rd skein, which I didn't tap into, but I will show you what I have left on the 2 skeins, which I think I can get the sleeves. Now, the sleeves are really just going to be little edges. So you saw my ribbed border.
That's
this
what you
is
have
what
left?
I have left.
Really?
Yeah, that's quite
That's
a bit
2
in there.
skeins?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can finish that with would be nice.
Yeah.
This pattern, the yarn she used was 320 yards, a fingering weight yarn, and she used 2 for the first 2 sizes and then 3 for everything else. And her sizes were, what does she put it? Finished measurements, 45, 48, 50 and a half, 53, 56,
Is this for the
59,
Willa?
71, right? So, I mean, basically the first 2 sizes, the 43 and the 48, you could do 2 skeins. As I said again, I was going for the 50 on a smaller needle, and I still did it with 2. Again, let's say we're not comparing apples and apples here. Yeah, that only has 320. I had like, what was it, 460?
460.
That's why you only need 2. Anyway, look at your yardage, look at your size.
Right. And there are lots of colors in Suburban Sock. We have lots of fingering weight yarn. You can check any fiber.
Oh, there are plenty of, plenty of ones, yep. Yep,
So
yep,
don't settle.
Absolutely.
So, what else do we have to share?
I think we have really 2 other things to share.
Let's talk about this first.
Yeah, why not?
And then we'll make the other announcement.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm going to move this out of the way.
Stephen West dropped a new pattern, the Quandrangle Spires. You may have seen it.
He calls it a schlanket.
Part blanket, part shawl.
Yes. For some reason
Blanket.
that word just...
It's large enough to be a blanket, but small enough to be a shawl.
And he uses 6 skeins of dyed-in-the-wool from Spin Cycle, and
This here's
3
dyed-in-the-wool.
skeins of his yarn, his West Yarns Bicycle.
Called West Wool.
West Wool,
Bicycle.
which is like, I think 380 some odd yards, maybe something like that.
I'm not sure of his yardage.
But so we
It's a
put
non-superwash.
a non-superwash. So we put kits together, of course, with the 6 skeins of dyed-in-the-wool. And instead of using his yarn, we used the weld from Hudson and West.
Right. And just to talk about this pattern, he has this quadrant in here that's
4 triangles.
it's knit with 4 triangles, and there's no sewing. And he picks up stitches going around. Actually, there might
He
be
does
one seam.
He does one seam there.
It's like the blanket.
And he has a video on it, too.
Yep, he does a video. But you know what this reminds me of?
What?
The Meadowlands blanket that everyone's
does.
knitting
Yes,
right now,
yes, yes,
right?
it
The
does,
4
it does,
triangles.
yeah.
And then he has you pick up stitches and you work each. I think he calls them spires.
Spires, yeah, separately.
Right. So you have 4 colors that are worked here in the center, and then you have 2 additional colors. And with the colors that are left over, he has you work either side.
Right.
I think in this particular example, he used 1 colorway or 1 color family, and then he went like purples and pinks, and then maybe over here he went to blues and teals.
Yeah,
right.
So he has a very good YouTube video on this if you want to watch that, where he discusses
You should
how he
definitely
made it. And it's
His
slip
videos are
stitching.
great.
It's not brioche, it's slip stitching.
Right. So it's a lot easier. And it's a fun blanket. It's got a lot of color. We love Spin Cycle, so we thought we would put together some kits for you.
Yes.
To inspire you, of course.
I mean, I would make that, really.
It's fun.
If I had time.
It looks like a lot of fun. So Pam is going to hold the main color. And then I guess, Pam, is this in any order?
I don't think it makes a difference. You know, because really, you could, I mean, we could make suggestions, but you could really do whatever you want.
So you would pick 4 colors for the center. So there's 6 colors here. Let's just lay this out.
Like if I were doing it, I might pick this, and this for the center.
Yeah,
I
that's
might
what I
pick
would do.
these 4 for the center. And then Dinah has 2 colors in her hand. That could be a wingspan.
Wingspan on either
Right, like she could do on this wingspan, she could put these 2 with this one, and we could put these 2 with this one.
and break them up.
Correct, and break it up that way. But again, you could do whatever
Or
you want.
you can make them equal. He has,
Right.
like in his videos, he talks about you could weigh the skeins, see how much is left, and work each, same amount on each side.
Correct. If
Make
you
it
wanted
your
to
own.
put if you wanted all 6 colors on one side, you would
Right.
just want to weigh it and make sure you had enough for the other side.
I believe he did mention that he wrote down, I think, how many rows he did per color on his spires, but you can easily make this your own. He talks about how this is just a pattern. It's like a recipe.
It's a recipe, correct.
You don't have to follow it exactly. You can certainly adapt it and make it your own. So tag him if you decide to make it.
Yes, he
tag
wants to be
us.
tagged West Knits.
Yes.
And he also said that if you wanted to, you could also curate your own kit. He said you could use just one skein.
Right. Some of these
of a spin. Say you like this color, just use this with, say, whatever, cream or black or gray, and do the whole thing this way.
especially a colorway that's very stripy and it has a lot of color variation, it would be interesting on its own, and then you could pick a bold color to just
So, we have plenty of Spin Cycle in stock, so feel free to curate your own kit if you want to.
call us if you have a certain palette you're looking for. We'd be happy to help.
These are just suggestions, some that we put together.
So did you show this?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Okay,
I
so
did.
this would be the color going throughout
The main color, yeah.
the Cabernet.
Right,
So although we're only showing one skein, the kit comes with 6
correct.
in the main color. I guess I'll put these back here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the fawn,
Mm-hmm.
which
One
is
is a
neutral.
nice neutral. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yeah, I'll do these 3. You do those 3. How pretty is that?
And then the fawn goes right next to it.
Yep.
Very pretty. So this would be your, what did he call these? The colors that go through in between. It's like your
I don't know.
your border colors. I don't remember what he
Right.
used a word, but
Yeah.
this is very pretty. So
Yep.
this is a neutral. That's fawn. I better not mix these kits up.
This is a neutral kit. Well, a nice kit. Again,
This is stunning.
look at that.
And
with the
this
black.
has the black running through
that's
it.
pretty. I
Let's
like
go a
that
little
one.
closer.
That's
So pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Okay.
Yep.
And then we have this bold kit.
Oh, this is a nice one. This is very nice. Look at this, guys.
This one's bright and bold.
With the
Absolutely
black
gorgeous.
contrast,
And it's
right.
got the black going through
That's
it.
pretty.
You know what this reminds me of for
What?
some reason? You
What?
know the papillon shawl?
Yes, yeah.
That's
The
right.
Yeah, it does. It's
Beautiful.
beautiful. It's going to be a nice one.
Yeah. And then we have 3 more kits. This is the barn red. And then we have
some robin's egg and the castle and some new
lot of
colors
pastels.
in there. And that's with this, of course. How pretty is that?
stunning.
And then I'll take this. Keep this over here. Then we have this one, which is the main color is the midnight. Look at that with the midnight. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Like that a lot.
Yes.
Yep.
I hope the colors aren't getting
And the one
washed
thing you
out.
have to understand when you're looking at these colors is that this spin cycle changes color as you knit with it.
Right.
So
Which just adds more interest.
much more interest, exactly. And
To
what's
the
the
whole
main
thing.
on this? The charcoal.
Charcoal.
So this has a charcoal. You got it?
Sorry.
Charcoal main color, and it's got colors like burning sensation and cold comfort. Very pretty, right?
Pick your poison,
Yep.
Komodo. We've got lots of colors.
Miss Me. That's a nice one.
We've
So
got a lot of new ones
we
too.
couldn't contain ourselves. We had to make some kits for the Quandrangle Spires by
Hopefully,
Stephen West.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll check him out.
Yep.
Check out his videos. They're super fun to
Yeah,
watch.
he's a very good teacher. He is a good teacher. So his videos, I mean, I would just sometimes go on the
Very
YouTube channel and
educational,
watch it,
yeah.
even though I don't need,
you
know.
always seem to pick up a tip.
Exactly.
You know, like
Exactly. He was
I mean, we say it all the time, but don't be afraid to moderate or to modify
right.
the recipe, the pattern, and it's so true.
What does Stephen West say? Don't stress, say yes.
There you go.
That was his expression.
There's your motto.
And he did I watched another video of his yesterday where he was talking about yarn for shawl, how you can mix shawl yarns.
Right. You don't have to stick to one fiber.
Exactly. Doesn't all have to be indie hand dyed. You can use yarns
Rustic
like we
and
have
hand-dyed.
Sunday, some the whole scarn, and some other ones that he was talking about that have less yardage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just check your yardages. And he said mix them.
Right.
He said you can use lace weight with fingering.
Make it textural. It's
Right.
okay.
Right.
Throw in a mohair.
So
Throw
I
in a
always
sparkle.
I always
It's all
enjoy
good.
watching Stephen West YouTube videos.
Absolutely.
So what's our next thing?
So our next thing is we're super excited to announce that the Knitting Posse contacted us for a collaboration, or I shouldn't say really collaboration, but
They're collaborating with.
they're collaborating with Beth MacDonaldstone. If you don't know her, she's a designer on Ravelry. She's released beautiful patterns. She has a new one that I think is dropping,
Friday.
or it dropped Friday?
No, it's dropping the 23rd.
It's dropping the 23rd.
Which I think is Friday.
Okay. And the Knitting Posse is hosting a knit along, which is super exciting. The pattern that's dropping is called Creeping Fig. So if you don't already follow Beth MacDonaldstone, you want to get over onto Instagram and follow
Yeah,
her.
she posted about it today.
You can follow the Knitting
And you can
Posse.
see the picture of it. But this is a sneak peek at what's it called? The Creeping Fig?
Creeping Fig. It's a boxy pullover. It's the cal that is, it's actually the cal is going to run starting, I think, September. Let me check because I got these details. Beginning of September. And the actual date is September
Very
1st. It's
September
a
1st.
yes, the cast
This is
on.
a good Labor Day cast on.
It's going to end October 31st. They're going to
months.
host any Beth MacDonaldstone pattern. So you
So
don't
it's not just Creeping Fig.
No, you can do any one of her pullovers, her shawls, any pattern that she has. You're going to want to follow Beth MacDonaldstone on Instagram. You are going to want to follow the hashtag. Ready for this? KP
The Knitting Posse.
BMS for Beth MacDonaldstone on Instagram.
Hashtag.
Hashtag, if I didn't say it already. we are going to try to create some kits.
Well, they asked you to create some kits.
Yes, they did. And we're going to try to do that for all of the patterns that I received from Beth. There is a beautiful pattern.
Well, this is the one this is also new, right? This Lattice shawl?
Yes, I don't know when that one is dropping, but hold on one second, Pam. Sure. Hold that thought. Trunk Island Tank is another design, which we don't have it kitted up for this particular podcast. We'll have more next week. But Jody from Flower Hill Fleeces is offering a 20% discount if you purchase her kit July 20th through July 30th. And all the viewers, if you type in Posse Cal, you will receive, I think, a discount code. It's using Egyptian fingering for the Trunk Island tank.
Correct.
So stay tuned. We will also have kits, but we want to give her a little shout out.
Yep.
She's curating some kits. They're going to be prizes that are going to be randomly selected throughout the Cal, and they're super excited, and we are so grateful that they asked us to curate some kits. So thank you. Huge thank you. So we're going to start with the boxy pullover, since that is, I think that's the one that they're going to be knitting.
I think that's what they are knitting. They've knit, what was that other one called?
Gulfstream?
Gulfstream. That's another nice one. The Gulfstream pullover, I think.
Now we'll have more kits, so stay tuned. Yeah, I'm just going to get the pattern here.
We just couldn't do all of them.
It's a lot. We're trying to be size inclusive on this. If there's something that you see and we don't have it, please call the shop. If there's an error that I may have encountered while uploading, please let me know.
And the posse, I know Kate, or several of the posse have done that one.
Yes, this is really cute.
The Gulfstream pullover, which is a worsted weight.
Yeah. So you can actually use any of the colors that we're going to feature now for Forge. You could probably use that for Gulfstream pullover as well.
Gulfstream as well, too.
Yep.
Yep.
So just check yardage if this is one that you're thinking about. All of Beth's patterns are available on Ravelry for purchase. They are sold separately, so if there's a kit that you want to make, you're going to buy the kit or look at your stash yarn, wherever you acquire, wherever you decide to use your yarn from. But just make sure you go ahead to Ravelry and purchase that pattern.
Correct.
Okay, so let's start.
So now you are going to, are these online yet?
Yes.
They are?
Yes.
Okay. These two.
Yes.
Well, this one too.
These
four. We have 4 that are currently online.
Right, so far.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have more.
There you go.
So stay tuned. Okay, so Creeping Fig. Beth was kind enough to make some suggestions, and we followed her suggestion on this one. This was, she had suggested using Hudson and West Forge. So worsted base. I believe the pattern calls for...
Stitches to the inch gauge, you told me?
No, was it 5, 6, and 8 skeins? I have it written
here. 5, 6, there are 3 sizes, and it's 5 skeins, 6 skeins, and 8 skeins.
Right. So just as a heads up, we have them sized. So these kits are on the website by size and by color. So we'll go.
So you could say you like the fawn color, and you'd look at the pattern, determine what size you are, and then you could buy that kit for that particular size.
Correct.
Right.
We're going to show any of the colors?
There's a lot of colors though.
No, some.
Oh, okay. That's Forge. I have Forge over here.
Right.
Let me get up and get some Forge.
Sorry, Pam.
That's okay. I don't have the weld though.
The weld. We could show these weld colors right here.
These are pretty.
Sorry.
I've got four skeins here. And again, weld is a lovely yarn. I use that for what did I use that for? What's the name of that sweater I knit this year, Dina?
We did the Felix cardigan.
Thank you.
Did our
Felix,
cow.
yes. And these are just 4 colors. This is Dusk over here, and this is Red Feather, Midnight, and Gold Leaf. And each one of these has about, 14 colors in each yarn.
Yes, I believe
these are only 4.
This is just an expansion to
Correct.
show you some more of the color range.
Dina's showing you Cabernet, Fawn, can't see what's there, Raven,
and Charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a beautiful palette of color, plenty to choose from.
And again, you can go on the website and you can take a look at that and see if you want to do that, which one you might want to do.
So that is Creeping Fig.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also have the Lattice and Leaf Shawl, and I believe that one we recommended using the Weld. Weld is the sister yarn. It's the fingering to sport weight, the one we just showed you. So that same palette that we previously showed you for Creeping Fig, you can choose any one of those colors to knit this beautiful shawl.
Correct. Now, the pattern on this yarn, I believe she's using a fingering weight yarn and she doubles it, but she also suggests that you could use something like Weld
Sport weight.
and just use one strand, and
As
so
opposed
the
to
yardage
doubling.
wouldn't be 2,000, it would
Right.
be 1,000. So we made that adjustment, and I think it would be 6 skeins of Weld.
Right. Now, if you're looking for something that might be not as rustic, you can always go for the tin Lena
Yep.
and double that. It's a fingering weight.
Yep.
I think working the Lena might be a little too heavy.
You could even use Road to China Light.
Mm-hmm.
Road to China Light is
If
a
you
great
want something
drapey sport weight yarn that we
Right.
have in stock. So there are options that you
Right.
can do.
So if you're not loving the fiber that we're suggesting, always call the shop and
Yeah.
we can come up
Now,
with
I'm
an
not sure when
alternative.
this is a new pattern. I'm not sure when this one is dropping.
It might drop after.
I was
I
looking
don't
for my
remember.
phone. I don't know what I just had it. I don't know what I did with it, but whatever. Can't find it. I was
We'll have
going to
more
look it
notes. Stay tuned. Follow Beth MacDonaldstone and you'll find out all the beautiful
up.
details.
Sure.
And you're going to want to follow the Knitting Posse as well because they're hosting the Cal and
Correct.
you want to participate in
It's
all
always
of that.
fun.
Okay, our next one, should we do?
I would do this first.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Go ahead.
Is the Hamilton Raglan Pullover. And she uses a bulkier yarn with this, I believe, correct? I don't know what her gauge is specifically. Gauge is 16 stitches. And we put kits together in 2 different...
I think it's in the shopping bag.
Where is that, though?
It's over
Over
there.
there. Oh, I thought I brought it over here.
We-
Go ahead, tell me about the yarn.
I was going to say, we put together 2 kits, 2 variations. There's 2 fibers, Luft by Woolfolk Yarn, and we also suggested Coz by Sandnes Garn. So you're going to have 2 price points,
Correct.
very different. One is wool and cotton. I'm not sure of the blend on Coz, actually.
Well, this is wool and cotton. It's got a cotton core but it doesn't feel like cotton.
No,
Right.
it's
That
very
thing.
light and lofty.
Right.
We have doubles here.
Yeah. Oh, you have double? Okay.
So this here's the Luft. This is their beautiful like denim, or like it's a white. I don't know if you could tell, but it's like a white net, and there's blue yarn, blue wool that's pushed or blasted through it,
Yeah.
creating this halo type yarn. Very light and soft. It's popular yarn. We've used it on many items.
And then they came out with a yarn that's the same thing, but it doesn't have that white or that
Right, it's more of a solid,
correct,
opaque.
like the brown that Dina
Right.
has there, or the black that I have in the middle here.
Right.
So I have like a silver, a black, the solid black. I call this color raisin, that's squished between the black and the gold, and then the gold.
This is like a luggage brown. This is like a pearl gray, and then the dark denim.
Right.
Now, if there's color that you don't see and you're interested in it,
Again,
head over to Luft,
correct.
and you can buy it independently.
So we kitted that according to her sizes.
Yes, another one it's sized out. So look to see which finished bust measurement you're looking for and order
Correct.
that specific kit.
Correct. And I believe that this sweater comes in size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizes. Yeah.
So the sizes range. Do you want to bring out the codes?
Sure.
The sizes range from 36-inch bust on the size 1, then it goes to 42. Size 3 is 48 inches, size 4 is 54 inches, and then the 5th size is 60 inches. So quite a bit of range. It's meant to be worn with 4 to 7 inches of positive ease.
Did you put these on the website for each of the sizes? Like they could buy the 3rd size kit, the 4th size kit? How did you do that?
All 5.
You did all
Separate.
5, correct. Okay.
So you could purchase your kit by size. You don't have to buy extra. You don't have to add on this particular kit.
Now, Kos, which is another yarn we selected for this, is a 62 baby alpaca, 9 wool, 29 nylon. And it's got the gauge of 16 stitches. And you can see the fuzziness, the little bit of
Also has a halo.
a little halo to it. And It's about 165 yards in a skein, so it has more yardage. This is 109.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the smallest size takes 5 of this, and the largest takes 10.
Right. So they're also very different colors, and the palettes are different.
Yeah, very different, yeah.
So if it's a matter of budget or color, check to see which one you like.
For instance, 3 shades of blue.
Yeah.
Right.
You get pinks, you get the caramel, you get the purple, the lavender.
Yeah, those are the pinks.
You're not going to find these kind of colors in Woolfolk.
Correct. And then here we have the toast.
Oh, what is that? Sorry, guys.
Gold and like a peachy color. And then you've got your cream and black. And this is like
an army green.
It's an army green. Yeah, there's the difference. Yep. And I think that's it. I mean, that's plenty, right? That's enough colors to choose from.
A lot.
So, look at the prices and look at the fiber, look at the colors. To me, it would be color.
Right.
And price, too.
It depends.
You'd have to look at that as well.
I think I dropped a skein.
It's a drop one? I'll find it. It's a runaway skein under the table.
Sorry.
So, there was something else we wanted to say about this. I don't remember what it was now. The knit along. Was there?
That it starts September 1st. Follow both Knitting Posse. Okay.
I don't know.
But we do have one more kit to share.
Now this kit, we made these kits up because the name of, is it under here?
Let's just put these away so we have room. Thanks.
Go ahead. I'll pull them off. You pull that pattern out.
This one. So the next pattern is called Ode to Rhinebeck, which is this pattern here. Super cute. This also comes in 5 different sizes. The kits that we're about to show you are one of a kind.
Correct. Now,
no stock on these.
Now, this is a current pattern that she has on Ravelry. This is not a new pattern for her.
Correct.
Right.
We're just showing these kits because you can use any pattern for the knit along. If you're not down for a boxy
But let me
sweater,
ask you a question.
It's
a live pattern. They can get the yarn clearly whenever they want. Do they have to start September 1st?
I don't know the rules.
Okay, I don't know.
Watch the Knitting Posse podcast.
I think they have a podcast coming out tomorrow. Correct?
Yes. Yeah. So as soon as we, I'll watch it tomorrow. And
this will probably be. This will probably be at the same time as theirs. Correct.
Right. So this one again is also sized. There's 5 sizes. Sizes 36 to 60 inches. It's got a raglan sleeve. There's some color work at the bottom. I believe it's knit from the top down. What else can I tell you about it?
4 to 7 inches of positive ease.
Just like her other one.
Correct.
So the kits that we're about to share are one of a kind. So if there's one that you like, don't hesitate, buy it. I don't know if we'll be able to replicate any of these actually.
But there
we
are
might
yarns that we have.
I was going to say, yes. Now, these are all hand-dyed yarns that we're going to show you for this particular grouping, but you may not want to use a hand-dyed yarn, and we have alternatives. So if that's something you want to consider, please call the shop.
Yes, I mean, we can only put so many kits up at one time. So this one is called Pavement. This would be your main color with Reaper's Rags.
Right. So in other words, the body would be in this colorway, and all the color work would be done. Yeah, thanks, Pam. So the body and the color work would be done in the Reaper's Rags. Beautiful. She's using a speckled, a hand-dyed yarn, I believe. It's La Bien-Aimée DK.
Now, should say, the kits will do sizes 1, 2, and 3. So if you should need the 4th or 5th size, call us up. And if we can do it,
we'll sell you
we'll accommodate you with that. That's one.
Yes.
This is another one. Do you want to tell them about that, Dina?
Sure. This one here is called Rush. Rush would be the main color. And then for the color work at the bottom, we put together Turmeric by Neptune DK. Yes, it's by Murky Depths.
This one is Smoke from Suburban Stitcher as the main color. And is this Reaper's Rags?
Yes.
It would be the bottom contrast. Very classic look, the gray with the black.
Definitely.
Yep.
So this is the main body.
And this is a favorite of ours. The main body would be Predictability by Suburban Stitcher.
Love that
and the
color.
bottom would be Penumbra.
Fabulous combination.
Which is a great combination with this one.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Pink lovers.
This is another one. This is another great color from Suburban. It's called Heavy Metal. The gray with the gold.
It's fabulous.
And this is...
Is that Hoof It?
Hoof It. Love that.
Fabulous.
Isn't that great?
That is great.
So that would be like this.
Super cool.
How about this one, Dina? You want to do this one?
I love this color. Look at all the depth on that.
I know. That's a great color. Another Suburban color.
This one is called Boyfriend Jeans. That would be the main body. And it's getting a little washed out right now, but it's a beautiful soft shade of like faded denim.
Correct.
And then the bottom we put Ink by Spun Right Round, the Squish DK. Let's see if the color is coming up. Very pretty, classic.
And this
That's for
one
sure.
is Demure, which is the lighter pink, another great Suburban color with, was it Plum Drunk? Plum Drunk.
I like
how
that
pretty
name.
How pretty is that? Look at the color in that. Yeah,
Very
that's
pretty.
Nice.
Lovely shading on that.
Here, Dina, here's this one.
Okay, I'm just going to put that.
Okay, you want to do this?
This one is called Curry. No, this is Tobacco. Excuse me. Tobacco by Spun Right Round. Also beautiful speckle, and you'll see like the chocolate brown speckles, and then we have chocolate as the color work color at the bottom. Super cute.
That's
fabulous
great.
kit. Love it.
And in the same vein, this is the top color is Drifter, which
Like
is
that.
browns with some gold highlights in there.
I even see some like orange, like
Yeah, pretty, right?
very pretty.
And the
flats.
bottom color is Call Me Ale, and that would be your color work on the bottom of the sweater.
Beautiful.
And here's
A
this
lighter color for the color work. I
Yeah,
think that's the only one that.
exactly.
Oh no, that's not true. Turmeric is the
Yeah.
lighter color. I think Plum Drunk is the main body on this one. Again, beautiful shaded color from Spun Right Round. It's shades of plum, kind of like bluer shades, and then we did the color work in the ink. Very pretty.
And these are two Suburban colors. This one is
There it
is
is.
it Lovely or Lonely?
Lonely.
It's
I
lonely.
think it's lonely. If we just
The
botched
lighter
that up,
color would be on
maybe
the
it is
top,
lovely.
and the bottom is Swamp, which again is like greens with golds. Very pretty. Yeah, right. I call it
can't
something
read- I
different
know.
every time.
I
Yeah,
can't
this
read
is
her
the curry,
handwriting,
Dina.
excuse
Yeah,
me.
This is the curry.
Okay, this here is Curry, bold color, and then we also did the color work in the chocolate. We felt that that was a nice pairing. Yum.
It's pretty.
Curry and chocolate.
This is a favorite of ours.
interesting.
This is called Dive Bar. Now, let me just for a second. Maybe Diane, you can hold the other one. Look at the great colors in Dive Bar. You know, the orange is not coming up as much, and then we put
it's
it
there.
with, where is it there?
Yeah.
Then we put it with Picante, which is,
A beautiful color by Murky Depths.
look at that. That's great.
Fabulous.
Love
I
that
think if
one.
you pull back,
You see it better?
yeah. Can you see the speckles from back here? Not sure if you see them all, but you see the rust in there. Very pretty, and it's got blues in here, like a slate blue, gray. It's a gorgeous combination.
Very pretty.
These are going to
Love
sell.
that color. I know. This one is called Raining Cats and Dogs, the top colorway. And the bottom, here you can see
Teal
it better,
feather.
is
Yeah,
teal
there it
feather.
is.
You can see that. And you see the teal that's going through that.
Yeah.
Lovely. And we have one more, which is a favorite of mine. Yeah, Dinah, you can show this to them.
Pam's Granny Square colorway.
My Granny Square colorway.
So now
look
you
at
can see
those
it up
great
close.
flecks in there.
You see all the colors?
You see that? The blue, the pink,
green, the red.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Pink, it's gorgeous. A little bit of yellow.
Mhm.
And then we paired that with ink.
How lovely
Absolutely
is that?
gorgeous.
Had fun making these kits.
Yes.
I mean, we had to control ourselves because there were so many choices. Right?
Too many good
Too
ones
many
to choose
choices,
from.
Too many choices. So I think really you could take a look at the patterns on Ravelry that she has.
Absolutely. Yep.
And-
Beth MacDonaldstone, we'll have her name down.
Mhm.
We'll have all the links down in the show notes
Yep.
for all the kits. I hope we inspired you.
Yes.
We have our Zoom tonight. It's Monday Zoom if you guys are doing the Winter's Beach. And
But we do have a winner to announce.
oh my God, my goodness, I totally forgot.
Where did I put the kit?
Is it number 28?
There it is. Yes, the winner was lucky number 28. At least lucky for the winner it was.
Yes.
On the last podcast, we were doing a giveaway because my Instagram...
Totally forgot.
broke.
Pam hit 1,000.
I hit 1,000 on my Instagram. So Dina was kind enough to say, let's do a giveaway. And we picked out these 3 great colors from Malabrigo, Madeline Tosh. This one is called Leaf Fall. This is
Gorgeous.
Scout. And this is Jupiter.
Absolutely
How
stunning.
great is that? And so we asked people what they would make with it. And I'm trying to remember that. I think she said she would make a top, but if she were going to make
It was a Hohi shawl.
a Hohi shawl, yeah,
Right.
it was a Hohi shawl. And her name, of course, it's under all my yarn. I'll tell you right now. The lucky winner is
We're so excited for you.
Sill's Unique Knits. And so I guess, Sill, when you're seeing this, you should message... What do you want them to contact you?
Oh, email me. Email me your full name, mailing address, and I'll be
And we'd
happy,
be happy to
ship
send it out to you. And congratulations. So it's Sill's Unique Knits is the winner.
Woohoo! Congratulations. And Pammy, congratulations to you for hitting 1,000.
I know, my kids look at me and I'm like, what?
You have 1,000 followers? That can't be.
Can't possibly be, Mom. Who would follow you?
So
Wow.
thank you.
We'll show them, right, Dina?
Exactly. So don't forget to follow us. Follow Pam at Pam Sap.
Follow Dina at the Knitting Place.
Please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to us. You'll get notifications every time we release a new pattern.
Correct.
Hopefully you've enjoyed our company in the past hour. Sorry it was a little bit long.
A little drawn out. But hopefully we're a little entertaining.
Hopefully.
Right?
And what better content than knitting content?
I know. I like to knit when I'm watching podcasts. I
Yeah,
really
it's
do.
like
If I'm just
background.
sitting there, I get bored. So I put, different podcasts on.
It's fun. It's fun. So hopefully we've inspired you in the past hour. Don't forget to follow all the people that we mentioned. There's a lot of good ones. There's West Knits, Beth MacDonaldstone, Knitting Posse. Kimberly has a new podcast, so you could follow... I don't know what is it. Knit a Rainbow podcast?
Yes, Knit a Rainbow.
Knit a Rainbow
on YouTube.
And we would love to hear from you. So what should we ask? Let's just ask something quick. I know it's late.
Are you going to do the fall? Are you going to Rhinebeck?
Are you going to Rhinebeck?
Whether
and what is your Rhinebeck sweater? Even if you're not going to Rhinebeck, people are inspired.
You could do it virtual. They're doing virtual
Yes.
stuff. So you could go virtually or you could go in person.
And please let us know what you're making for your Rhinebeck sweater. We know that Andrea Mowry is dropping.
She's
a new
dropping
Rhinebeck.
one
Yes.
tomorrow, correct?
So we can't wait to hear from you. Please leave a comment. We read your comments on Pam's
Shawls.
the giveaway, and now we'll respond. We didn't want to add to any of those.
Yeah, make any other answers go in. Numbers go in there.
Exactly.
But anyway, thank you again for watching, subscribing, and supporting.
We're back, and we'll hope to see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.